Yeah, I only have two MRIs by the one that was repeated in July, just to make sure that what was ever in your brain was stable, and it truly, I wasn't convinced that it was a tumor, but we wanted to prove it.
But what was that?
Well, we'll never know exactly. It wasn't a tumor. It doesn't necessarily look like MS. It could have been a little stroke in your pons.
Let's look at the brain MRI and neck. So MRI with and without contrast. So there is an old pontoon lacunar infarct. So small stroke. You know about that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I tried to tell everybody that I went through something.
Stroke scene. Is that the time when you had with a hand?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There it is. There it is. Old pontoon lacunar infarct with mild adjacent ischemic changes.
Do they can you tell whether it's growing or not, or it's just?
No, we just know it's old. So it means that it didn't happen in the last 6 months.
Right.
It might have happened in around a year ago.
Well, yeah, I know when it happened. Whenever everybody was going crazy about COVID, that March when COVID 2020? Was. Yeah. Yep. That's when and I was trying to tell people that I think I had a stroke, but because I was working out and I was in shape, people was looking at me like, well, there ain't nothing wrong with you, and it was literally turning me around and kicking me out of their office, basically. But I was trying to tell them, and then I have to keep going and keep going.
It was small.
Mr. Thompson was seen in the neurology resident clinic in April of 23 with a chief complaint of migraines and vertigo. The resident, Dr. Ashley Nelson, ordered a brain imaging to evaluate the vertigo symptoms because she wanted to see if there was anything going on. And so anyway, Dr. Woodard, he was the primary doctor over that resident clinic. They're doctors, but they're doing like a residency program so that they can further their training and understanding for certain things. So anyway, he goes over everything that they do with a fine-tooth comb, and he's the same way. Leaves no stone unturned. And so Dr. Woodard noted that you had a brain MRI that was done in November of 22, and there's stuff in here that I don't know what it means. It just has have a focus on T2 flare signal, hyperintensity with a ventral pons central and a left central region. So I don't know what any of that means.
But what that means is that what they found on the MRI is a spot on my pons. That's what you just read. Yeah, they think they found some damage there.
Okay. And then it goes on to say that brain and neck MRI and the brain MRI with and without contrast were ordered for further evaluation. And then she says, I saw the veteran on August the 7th for his neurology follow-up, and the brain MRI showed old pon lucinar stroke. So evidently they could see something on one of your old MRIs.
Yeah.
And so she said, because this was found, I went ahead and ordered a stroke workup because she's very thorough, and of the ZO patch and the echo and a standard stroke workup, and to initiate ASA after your lumbar surgery. You're having surgery, and then after that you would you would take an aspirin and your statin for your secondary stroke prevention. So anyway, she was having all that stuff, worked up, and that was on the 7th of this month. So here it's the 21st now. So that's been a couple of weeks ago. Looks like. Let's see, 1, 2. Well, this would be going into the third week. So that's what she did, because the note or the questions that I got, they wanted to know, what all was done and, what the plan was. And I think basically what she was saying is that because of these different things, that were, kind of red flags, she wanted to go ahead and get all this worked up to make sure, to see what was going on.
Okay, I think we've discussed at least couple times how these symptoms are not neurological. You remember that little ditzel in your pons?
Yeah.
That's not the cause of any of that. And that seems to be your main concern still.
Well, it is. And I think that we're missing the mark here, because in 2021, I almost died. That's to the extent that I was sick.
Sir, I think we've gone through this a whole lot already. We've done extensive imaging of your head, and we've determined that you did not have a stroke.